got in front of me today is every single variety of Franz donuts. I noticed that they came out with a couple of new flavors recently, like these blueberry donuts. So I wanted to give all of these things a shot, let you guys know what I think, and enjoy myself some friggin' donuts today, because it's always a good day for donuts, right? All right, I got a bunch of donuts, I got some milk. I don't think I need to stall at all. I'll tell you guys what's gonna happen here. So let's try some of these donuts. First off, I want to try these blueberry donuts. Look at these, nice and frosted. They really smell like blueberries. I'm curious to know if they have like actual blueberries in them. Yeah, they're made with like actual freeze-dried blueberries, which is kind of nice. I mean, it's not a ton. It really is a donut with a little bit of blueberry included in it. It's that nice dense texture with a good sweet flavor. And that glaze that you just love on all old-fashioned donuts. I love that they used like real blueberries. So I'm gonna give those a 7 out of 10. Pretty dang good. I think for any donut that comes in a box or prepackaged like this, you don't generally have super high expectations. So to see that they used like actual fruit, it's kind of nice. So next up, I'm gonna go with some of the original ones. I just love old-fashioned donuts. They are so good. Oh yeah. They're so sweet. Love that rich, dense flavor and texture in all of these things. Now, the thing that makes old-fashioned donuts different is that they're made with cultured milk, generally like sour cream or buttered milk or something like that. So it adds a little bit of tanginess to the flavor, which is kind of like a nice contrast to just straight, you know, sweet, fatty donuts. I mean, you can't go wrong with those classic, good old-fashioned donuts. Even when they're boxed like this, they're still pretty dang fantastic. I'm gonna give it like a 6.5, maybe a 7 out of 10. Well, maybe 6 or 6.5 out of 10. I think they're not quite as good as the blueberry donuts in my opinion. Next up, the naturally and artificially flavored lemon donuts. Out of curiosity, I'm gonna see if we have any lemon juice in here or anything like that. Well, we do have citric acid, which comes from lemons. I don't see anything that's lemon specific other than the citric acid. So, we'll see how this goes. But you know, citric acid, that kind of comes from lemons, or it can come from lemons anyway. Now these ones, they definitely smell like lemons, but they more smell like kind of an artificial lemon flavoring, like a lemon oil. Yeah. I mean, they're pretty good. Kind of reminds me of like a boxed lemon cake though. It does taste a little bit artificial, a little bit too artificial for my taste. I do remember when I was a kid, I loved lemon cakes. I thought they were the best. Like, I would always ask for a lemon cake for my birthday and stuff like that. It does remind me a little bit of that, which is a bit of a nostalgia factor. A little bit of that sourness from the lemon cuts through all that sweetness, all the richness of this one. It's a little bit overbearing for my taste though, so I'm gonna give it maybe a 5 out of 10. I don't think it's as good as the original. Next, I'm gonna go to the chocolate old fashioned. Now, I think these are chocolate frosted, not chocolate through and through. So yeah, if I break it in half, it looks like it's a regular donut with a chocolate frosting, with a chocolate coating around it. Which, I don't know if it's just me, but chocolate coatings, chocolate frostings on donuts, not really my favorite. I don't like it quite as much as some of the other flavorings in donuts. I think just a good yeast risen, simply glazed donut, that's perfection. So the chocolate frosting on this one, it isn't as sweet as I would like it to be. So the donut is just a little bit bitter. Which, you know, maybe if you don't have a sweet tooth, that'd be good for you. In my opinion, I do have a sweet tooth though. So I'm gonna rank this down as like a maybe even just like a 4 or 5 out of 10. This is one that I might even pass up. All right, the one that's kind of the odd man out, the raspberry filled donuts. So instead of old fashioned donuts, these are powdered donuts with a raspberry filling. Which, yeah, if you see that, I got the powder on the outside, just a little bit of raspberry jelly on the inside, so it's not going to be as raspberry forward as your typical filled donut. I do like powdered donuts. I think powdered donuts are some of the best for dunking. And there is just like a little hint of raspberry flavor in there. Because personally, I don't really like jelly donuts either. They're not, like, I think they're just kind of weird and have a weird feeling in your mouth, like a weird texture. Again, I would just prefer just like a regular donut through and through. But this is really nice. Again, it's not really super jelly forward. It's a donut with a little bit of raspberry included. I love this though. This is really good. Way better than I was expecting it would be for just a prepackaged donut snack. I'm gonna give these guys, let's say a 7 out of 10. These are much better than I expected they would be. Now last up are the maple donuts. Oh, oh my gosh. Just like smacks you in the face with that maple smell coming off of these. Really, really strong. I love maple flavored things too. Oh. More old-fashioned donuts need to be maple glazed. Like maple bars are some of my favorite donuts. So to combine one of my favorite styles of donut, the old-fashioned, with one of my favorite flavors, a maple glaze, oh, that is a match made in heaven. That's awesome. Oh yeah. At least an 8 out of 10, maybe even an 8.5 out of 10. Oh, baby. All right. So Franz donuts, probably not the best donuts out there. If you buy fresh donuts, they're probably going to be a little bit better, but you still can't go wrong with any donut out there. So of course, I'm going to see if I can finish off the rest of these. Now, this is 3 dozen donuts, which is quite a bit. So we'll see how many of these I can get through. Let's start with these nasty ones. get these off the table. Now when it comes to these, we can split up the flavors into like the fruity flavors with the lemon and blueberry and the raspberry, and the more traditional flavors, the chocolate and maple. I mean, what do you guys think is better? The really traditional, like rich, decadent flavors, or the more lighter flavors like fruit flavored things? Now personally, I love those decadent flavors like maple and that original. I am getting a little bit full. Starting to feel it in my belly. I always found it strange that these were considered like a breakfast item. And the really sweet fried dough, like, it seems to me that these should be like a dessert item, you know, something for after dinner. I don't know, what do you guys think? Donuts, are they good for breakfast, or do you think they're better for dessert? One thing about these powdered donuts is they fall apart. Like, they are super fragile. And so this donut feast comes to an end, and in typical fashion, I don't think I savored it as much as I should have. But it was still delicious and still a lot of fun. Even if I am going to regret this tomorrow. Well, fresh donuts will beat out those prepackaged things any day of the week, but they'll still do in a pinch. So what do you think is best? The Franz donuts, Entenmann's, or maybe something like Hostess or Little Debbie's? Like, what's the best prepackaged donut there is out there? You guys are gonna have to let me know. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that video as much as I enjoyed making it. And until next time, just remember, I appreciate every single one of you guys who watches all these videos, and especially the folks who hit that subscribe button. Because, of course, I've got the best subscribers out there. So until next time, you guys have a good one.